So Konami just banned your custom playmat. What are we supposed to do? Make sure you guys smash the crap out of that subscribe button so you guys don't miss out on more awesome content. I didn't personally think that this was a big deal, but I'm going to talk about it because half my comment section on a lot of these older videos have been like, Robbie, why have you not talked about the playmat ban? Robbie, what's going on with the playmat ban? Like, come on, talk about it. And it's like, okay, so let's clarify a couple things out here for the people that can't read, followed by the other people calling out the people that can't read, followed by the people calling out the people that can't read. Okay. So they expanded the guidelines for the WCQs, which are invite-only events. Well, you said invite-only events. So this applies to 1%, 5% maybe of your player base. Oh, okay. So people are getting pissed and shitted all over the floor because of something that affects 1% of the player base. Huh. That sounds like real life in the news, but boy, I can't be out here, spitting facts. So basically, what they stated for the main event, by the way, that's going to be very critical to understand out here. Everything that people are pissed and shitting about here applies to the WCQs in Oceania and Euros, and it's only for the main event. All right, so as we're continuing to cry and, just go boo-hoo-hoo, this is only for the main event and the point playoff, but I mean, that's like a 0.01% of this player base. So, Konami said, oh, hey, officially licensed mats and officially licensed sleeves for Yu-Gi-Oh! Or a solid color of playmat, manufacturer logo like Ultra Pro on it would be fine to include as well. Means no Pokemon, no Weib Schwarz, no the lewd playmat, none of that for these events. Now, this does not affect field centers. This does not affect deck boxes. I want to point that out. But there's that. Now, why is this happening? The staff likes to walk around to these higher tier events, and they like to do a lot of filming. Okay, so if Konami, and especially, the European events, where they do a lot of walk-arounds, the events, you'll see people waving on the outro panels and things like that. Okay, well, that's fine, Let them walk around the main event and let them capture the feeling for the event. This, once again, is for, do I need to say it, the main event. All right, you can, the moment you scrub out, go on over there to side events, right on over there. You see that right over there in the corner? You can play your Edison, your Time Wizard format of choice. You want to go play Winamats, the regional flights. And guess what? Everything is normal over here. All right, like nothing has changed. This, once again, I'm going to repeat, is for the main event and the points playoff events at the Euros and the Oceanics. Okay, now, with all the fear-mongering that's been happening, oh my gosh, Robbie, Konami's going to apply this to every other, part of the game. They're going to ruin it. I do expect NA to follow this policy when we get our WCQ, all handed out to us. I expect our main event to follow the same policy here. Why is that? Well, once again, why does Konami want to show you playing on a Pokemon event at the grand stage of their event? They want to advertise other games. I'm not gonna hate them for that, nor should you. All right, and once again, this is for the invite. That means you had to top a regional, top 32 to play on. You can play on the map that they handed you for 2 rounds, because you're probably going to scrub out anyway. You're going to go 0-2. You're going to be, you're just going to be so upset about this policy. You just don't want to play the game. You're going to go 0-2 anyway. But, you're going to pick up your man. You're going to be like, oh, man, I hate this game. And you're going to go on over to side events. You're still shaking over this policy that had nothing bad. And you're going to pull out your playmat, and you're just, it's all, where'd it go? Where did all that fear and anxiety go? It doesn't matter. That's the point of all of this. People are blowing this policy out their ass, just trying to fearmonger. You got people over here going, they're just hurting the small businesses. One event in the main event. Side events go back to normal. Now, do I see Konami maintaining this policy on a YCS regional local level? Locals? Absolutely not. All right. Konami basically, they can't really enforce it on a local level because you're in an LGS. I mean, some of those LGSs have magic mats on their tables. What are they going to do? Tell you not to play on that? Can't enforce it on a local level. Regional level, probably not going to enforce it there either. Regionals are basically a more intermediate level, usually like 100 people, and you're not managing 15, 16, people in a clown car, all right? Like, it's not a big deal. On the regional level, I don't foresee it. What about the YCS level? I don't think they're going to enforce it there either. While YCSs are more of the premier style events and the thing that kind of draws more people into this, I think Konami would they would catch too much flack from their community doing it on the YCS level. Not saying that the YCS level would not be a prime candidate, but once again, I mean, if it's just for the main event, what does it matter? Because you're just going to walk on over to the side events if you're going to play side events, and everything's back to normal. You get to play on your custom mat, your custom sleeve, whatever you want to do. That part is the part that amazes me here. That it's just strictly for one event, main event, but Robbie, the point playoffs count, all right? Yeah, 16 people that sweated, grinded, played this game on the craziest level that they can. And I guarantee you, they're disappointed that they can't have their team playmat. I mean, yeah, sure, it is what it is. Call it a day, all right? It's just one event. I think that people see change in this game, and people will just take things out of proportion. I've noticed that very greatly as of late when you're looking at the state of the game. Because at this point in time, anybody's willing to look at anything that goes mildly wrong in this game, and they're willing to go, nope, Yu-Gi-Oh's dead. And it's just like, use some common sense here. Look at the ripple effect. Look at how things are kind of going on the grand scheme of things, just kind of looking at how, things are going. If you think your favorite company is going to suffer from, a sudden lack of business from all of this, I once again am going to reiterate what I have said here. This only applies to a main event. This only applies to field centers, or not to deck boxes, and field centers are exempt. Playmats and the sleeves are the big things out here. And it's not like if you want to play some OCG stuff, just go get an OCG Evil Twin mat. If you need your fix of waifu, all right? Like, it's not like we don't have official art available to you if, that one event is just really shaking you up, all right? Just, honestly, this is the dumbest shit I've ever seen this community just be so up in arms about. It's literally so Konami can advertise better for themselves, so that the highest tier of caliber play playing for the World Championships actually looks semi-professional. You already gave Konami shit last year for playing in the back rooms. This year, Konami wants to make the setup look a little bit more professional, and the community's shitting and pissing their pants about. Like, this community, we don't know what we want, all right? This is a primary example of be damned if you do, damned if you don't. You shoot yourself in the foot to make any sort of progress in this game. And I don't blame Konami for this decision. Not at all. I'm actually quite very understanding of the approach that they're taking here with this, because I would make the same approach too. They're not taking away your locals, your regionals, your YCSs. None of that has changed. This is a 1% player base effect, and even if that's the case, you can just mosey on over there to the side events, wash your hands with anything that you have had to deal with for the course of the day, and you are back to normal. Holy frickin' shit, it is so hard to understand this. Please, leave a comment down below. Tell me what you think about this policy change. Robbie, I'm telling you, man, they're gonna change the entire game out here. Yeah, You in the back over there. What's that? You know the future? Konami's gonna enforce this on every stage of the level? No. They realistically, WCQs, maybe YCSs, regionals, and local scene absolutely will not be enforced. And like I said, they have zero power to enforce it on a local level. And yeah, that's just how it is right now. But you know what? Me being the voice of reason and saying this, people are still going to fearmonger, people are still going to shit and piss at their pants, and people are still going to tell me I have no idea what the hell I'm talking about. But that's what I'm here for. Those of you that do pay attention, it is what it is. Honestly, that's my motto for life right now, especially when you're looking at this. It is what it is. But Robbie, you make custom sleeves. Are you worried about this? Absolutely not. I'm not worried about this in the slightest. All right. Oh no. One event. Woo! Patrons, thank you.
Thank you so much for watching. Check out these other videos.